clarify. This is my house. I'm trying my hardest.
Are you sweet enough? You don't need to.
Yeah, now we must have the new member up here,
I'm not gonna
on
eat
the
it,
floor.
so bring some money into the club. I'll sell it.
Yeah, and that is
FaceTime with my daughter and son-in-law and grandson.
an awful lot of things. All right.
But I don't get it
Don't know how many there are. I didn't see them.
I'm the only one that does it. I think I should do that all year. I can't get he is 15 days. 15 days. 2 days. Congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, raffle tickets are running out. Come and get them. Well, get them while they're hot, okay? Don't wait till later. Yes, they're running out.
Especially this one. We went up far enough with this one, but I'm glad I'm here and not over there.
What? The man there in white, Chris Kemp, at the entrance? Yeah, by the entrance door.
It was interesting. Yeah, that was a very good time.
Raffle tickets can be bought by the door from Chris over there. He's wearing white.
That was a great meeting, by the way. Oh my gosh, I think so. I mean, well run. People feel very free to speak their mind in a collegial way. You know, like very nice.
I've got to say.
The dinner gong has gonged, so please feel free to go and get your meal and then sit down and have some fellowship at the tables. And please, while you're at the tables, introduce yourselves to everybody else and particularly encourage new members to get to know everybody else at the table. I'd love you to do that. Be back in about 10 or 15 minutes.
great. Tom, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, Margaret? It's good to see
Fine.
you.
And you too.
Good.
Really good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's going to be a busy and full day today.
There you go. Isn't it always?
Today's worse.
I'm good. Got a place over here.
Hi. Good, good. How are you? All right, everybody. It's not too late to get your raffle tickets. If you haven't bought one yet, buy more. If you bought 10, buy 20. I need more money for Rotary, okay?
There'll be your talk, and then I will announce the book, etc. there a video? Is there a video? There's no video?
Yeah, present that yellow bag up here.
I'm jealous. Ugh.
All right, everybody, it's not too late. Raffle, raffle, raffle. Come and get them. All right, everybody. I need somebody to buy 5 more tickets, $10 or $20 worth. I can't do math. Please help. Buy a ticket.
While I'm waiting for Teresa to come up for the first portion of the program, I just have to let you know something serious happened. Hello? Oh, nice silence, thank you. Something serious happened. I was walking down the street this morning. I was hit by a violin, then a clarinet, and then a French horn. I think it was an orchestrated attack. They're getting worse by the week, I know. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, and I think our song is Grand Old Flag. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true, neither red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. Should all acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Yay! All right, thank you.
Teresa joined us in 2023, and she's with the Marshall Home for Men. Just a bit of background there. And she studied at the U of A, the University of Phoenix, and ASU. Divided allegiances, most certainly. And inspiration, Jim Garrett. Jim Garrett joined us in May 2022. He's in real estate investments with J.W. Elizabeth Properties.
No worries, mate.
Thank you, President. So, quick show of hands. Who here, other than me, has been kind of troubled and disturbed about world events, what's going on these days in our culture with climate change and natural disasters and crime, strife among, races and religions? Things are a little crazy, and I've honestly been losing some sleep over it. So I sought out to seek inspiration from a period in time that I thought was pretty similar to today. The Great Depression. Things were coming, the wheels were coming off, everything was coming undone. And what I hit upon was the origin story of the four-way test. Does anybody here know where the four-way test came from? Who wrote it? Yeah, all right. Well, of course, we all know what it is. It's to govern the way we think, say, and do. Sorry, I'm not good at staying in front of the mic. It's from that time period. It was written by a gentleman named Herb Taylor, right, in 1932. Herb had been drafted to move from Vermont to Chicago to take over the Club Aluminum Company that was going bankrupt. He was drafted by the creditors. At the time, that company owed $400,000 more than their total assets, right? And that's in 1932, right? They went to the bank, they borrowed $6,000 to keep the thing afloat. Herb set about the task of figuring out, how are we going to revive this organization? Our competitors have similar staff, they have similar products. We're going to differentiate ourselves based on the character, moral character of our staff and how we behave, right? In July of 1932, Herb, who was a deeply faithful, religious man, sat down and prayed about it. Came up very shortly thereafter that same day with the essence of the four-way test, right? Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it do good and build better relationships? Will it be beneficial? Right? Seems fairly straightforward, but he wanted to test it out. So he spent a good chunk of time testing it on himself. It was very eye-opening to him. Once he tested it on himself, he took it to his 4 department heads. And what was interesting about them is one was a Roman Catholic, one an Orthodox Jew, one a Presbyterian, and one a Christ scientist. Right? There were deep divisions in philosophy and approach to life among these 4 guys. But when Herb approached them, they were able to agree that the 4-way test lined up with their philosophies and that they felt that, yes, this could be beneficial to our organization. So they started to implement it. And the results were pretty astounding. Within 5 years, the company went from bankruptcy to solvency, paid out over $1 million in dividends to their shareholders, and created a net worth in 1937 of $2 million. That's pretty astounding, right? And inspirational to me, frankly, right? What's the lesson I took out of that? Got a foundational principle of morality can unify us. Right? Applying those things into our lives can bring us together. Right? Not surprisingly, at that time, the greatest skepticism he got in his organization was from the legal department. The attorneys challenged him with, wait a minute, how are we going to make a living if we have to tell the truth all the time? But he pushed forward with it, they implemented it, and the turnaround was amazing. All right? I firmly believe that our society is facing a similar challenge to what Club Aluminum faced in 1932. We've lost our moral compass. We're adrift. We don't know how to turn things around. Right? In the words of John Adams, there's no government armed with power capable of contending with human passions unbridled by morality. Our Constitution was made only for a moral people, moral and religious people that is wholly inadequate to the government of any other. So, my suggestion is if we want to feel better about the world, if we want to feel more inspired, let's return to those foundational principles of morality underpinning the four-way test. Apply it to your life. You may experience the same turnaround Club Aluminum did.
Or in my parlance, Club Aluminium. But what can I say? Thank you very much for that inspiration. It was terrific. And now we have Chris Kim introducing the guests.
I'm going to keep it short, but there's a lot of people that came, so it won't be that short. First of all, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. Welcome to all the Rotarians, all the viewers online, wherever you might be. Just want to welcome everybody because it's a pleasure. I got to meet some of you. You gave me some money that you might get back later on today, but that's your chance. You took that chance by giving me that money. So I want to introduce a few people. If you can stand up, wave at us, do whatever you want to do. We will wave back, or whatever you do, we'll do the same, okay? Friend of Michael Guyman from First Interstate Bank, Karen Greathouse, and Zorian. No, it wasn't Zorian, was it? Zorian. Okay, sorry. Stand up and wave. Hi. And then guest of Margaret Higgins, Elijah from Executive Director for Forgotten Children. Hey, hi. And then also Pima Library Foundation, Tom Cashman. Hi, Tom. And then, oh, well, we have to say hi, huh? He's a guest. Pat, stand up, please. And then guest of Drew Vector, Rob Toll. And then guest of Mitch, a prospective member, Cedro. Cedro, thank you, sorry. And then Alan Rogers, guest of Alan. Thank you very much. And I think that is all I have. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, absolutely everybody that's here. It's lovely to see you. And while I'm thanking, I asked people last week to bring books, if they possibly could, for our library and also for the conference which is coming up. And look, Mike's got some books there. And I believe there are so many books up there that I'm going to have help carrying them to the car. And I also was given books earlier, so thank you very, very much. Now, it's time for our program, and I can't say how honored I am. It's a fabulous moment. But Anne Huber, our Assistant District Governor, will be doing the introduction.
Thank you, Margaret. It's always wonderful to visit this club. I always enjoy to see you and learn what you're doing. It's also a privilege to introduce to you our District Governor, Don Jorgensen. He is the founder of Jorgensen Health Care Associates and owner of Arizona-based Human Factor Consulting. He's a global speaker and consultant in areas of change, leadership, strategic planning, and team development. He has established addiction treatment programs and employee assistance programs that have brought recovery and growth to thousands of families. He's been interviewed by media worldwide, including the US, Canada, Ireland, and China, and has authored numerous articles and books on topics like children of alcoholics and the impact of change. His latest book is 3 Worlds, 1 Voyage, Cruising to Antarctica and Trying to Get Home During the Coronavirus Pandemic. He's past president of the International Employee Assistance Professional Association and Greater Tucson Leadership. He has been honored with the President's Volunteer Service Award from the White House in recognition of his work on behalf of shelter boxes, which I know you're all familiar with. Don is a member and past president of the Rotary Club of Marana. He is a major donor and a Triple Crown member. He and his wife, Kathy, have been married for 42 years and have worked on Rotary humanitarian projects around the globe. He has visited over 45 countries on 7 continents. He's a cancer survivor, a runner, and a 3-degree black belt, so don't mess with him. Please help me welcome District Governor Don Jorgensen.
I didn't know this, but I understand the guy on the screen is going to speak before me.
Hello, my friends and fellow Rotarians. You know, when I was a kid, every winter, I looked forward to my birthday and Christmas because I knew I would get the latest Hardy Boys book. You know, I love mysteries, still do. Never Nancy Drew, though. Well, until I found out they had the same author. I tell you this because this month is Rotary's Education and Literacy Month. And I know that's a top focus for many of our clubs, and many others are involved with education too, because you know how much joy it brings to give a 3rd grader their first dictionary or hand a bilingual storybook to a kindergartner. And you know how wonderful a feeling it is when you see their whole face light up because you've just given them the first book they've ever owned. I mean, how cool is that? It's also something that you'll see a lot of at our annual district conference, which is coming in just a few weeks. We have a big focus on education there as well. Our House of Friendship is going to have lots of displays of great club activities there. We have a club project roundtable that you're going to have the chance to hear about more projects, and some great keynote speakers that are going to inspire you, make you laugh, like David Ambrose and Aaron Gruhl, whose amazing work in a tough classroom actually became a book and a movie. And here's a hint, Erin herself was played by an Oscar winner. So you gotta check that out, and I hope you join us at the conference. So this month is a really important month, I think, for all of us, because we do have the chance, again, to create hope in the world, to change lives, and maybe by giving someone just one book to change a life. So thank you all again for your service to others and for our future. And I hope to see you soon.
The title slide there, as you'll see in a second, is The Hidden Secret of Rotary, and I'm actually going to give you a few of those as I speak today. I first want to thank you based on that video. I know that you are very supportive. I know we're going to be talking about Make Way for Books and supporting education and literacy in our community, and we can't start any better place than that. So I start by thanking you. I always think about, we don't talk about politics in Rotary, and I'm not. But many years ago, I was at this club, and I heard that Mo Udall once spoke to this club and said that he loved coming here even though he knew that, because he knew that he had more friends and fewer votes than at any other meeting in the city. I don't have to worry about that. I have more friends here, and old friends, folks I hadn't seen for a while, so it is a real delight to talk about the hidden secret of Rotary. But let me first tell you about the first day I felt old. Anyone recognize this up on the screen? This is a K-Pro 2. 1982, that was the first so-called portable computer. It only weighed 29 pounds. It had a handle. I took it on a plane, actually, to Florida one time. But my wife and I were walking along the road in Victoria, British Columbia, and they have a beautiful museum there, a royal British Columbia Museum. We go in there, and here's a display from the different decades, all kinds of different items from those different decades. And in the display from the 1980s is the first computer I ever owned in a museum. In 1982, that was the #1 computer. In 1992, that company was bankrupt and gone. They didn't adapt. 10 years, they didn't adapt. Rotary is 118 years old. There's no guarantee we're going to continue unless we adapt and evolve, right? There's another organization, 108 years old. It's not going to make it to 110. Anyone heard of the Pac-12?
Too soon.
That too soon? Hey, you're right. So we have to evolve. That's the key. I'll get to that a little bit more in a minute, but I want to tell you another story real quick. And that's about this. Casa do Bem is a kind of a boys and girls club in a favela, the ghetto part of Natal, Brazil, a city in Brazil. We took a district group down there several years ago for a project to help build up this club, provide supplies, really fit it out. And we were doing it in partnership with the Natal Rotary Club. What you see there is the typical boring picture of Rotarians standing in front, posing, not in any action. But I show it to you for a reason. The gentleman on the left in the blue sport coat was the only member of the Natal Club to show up. This was a joint project. For 2 days we were there. He was the only one to show up. Well, they had a nice dinner for us that evening. There was a good-sized club. They had 100 members or so, and we had our folks there. And I asked the gentleman, the club president at the time, why was that? Why did no one show up? He said, well, that's the difference between you and us. We put our hands in our pockets. You put your hands out. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, well, we put our hands in our pockets and pull out our wallets. You put your hands out and do the work and get them dirty and get it done. I said, you were exactly right. Rotarians, particularly in southern Arizona, in our district, are people of action. And that's everything that matters with us and what we get to accomplish. And because of that, what I've let our district leadership know and what I believe and how I'm operating this year is that my #1 job is this, is to support your club because you are the people of action. Our job at the district level is to ask, what do you need? How can we help? Make it happen. Make it grow. However you choose. Okay? What you're not going to hear from me are district goals for the year and what I want you to accomplish. Okay? You've heard that plenty of times before. I've been in those meetings before, and I know what happens. The district governor comes in and gives you the goals, and you all say, thanks for coming. See someone else next year. And you do your thing. I'm here to help you do your thing. You know the community. You know what your areas are of focus, what you want to work on. Our job is to help make that happen. Now, what we have done this year is created a brand new strategic plan, a strategic action plan for the district. And I know now as I say strategic plan, particularly after lunch, you're all half asleep already. You think, yeah, I've got one of those plans up on my shelf somewhere. I think I know where it is. Yeah, we spent a lot of time on that, didn't we? I can tell you it's already in action. It's an action plan. It is focused on the priorities, but it's all about what the district needs to do to improve to serve you. The other cool thing about all this, as you think about it, is, too often it's the district and the clubs. It's us and them. Well, there is no them. The district is all volunteers. District governor, governor-elect, the whole line, all of the members of the committees. It's us. I have many folks here that I am so grateful to work with because you are all part of the district. I don't raise your hand if you're on a district committee of any kind or working in a district role, because I don't want to miss out anyone. Just look around. You are the district. This is us. Thank you for that. But that's what it's about. I'm a member of a club. I'm still a member of the club. Next year I'll be a member of the club. We're all in it together. And that's why our whole focus with the strategic plan is to look at how can we improve what we're doing as Rotary in Southern Arizona. The first thing that we are focusing on is increasing our impact. as a club. And so it's not a goal, it's kind of a challenge that we need to measure what we do and communicate it in some different terms. I was talking to a group yesterday, for example, and asking them, what do you do? What do you accomplish? What are you known for? And they said, well, our last service project, we went down to the community food bank and packed 35,000 pounds of food. It's some incredible number. And I said, that's nice. That's a nice number, and people will smile and move on. But tell it to me in a different way. How many families now are fed for this month? How many people are impacted like that? The top picture on the left is Polio Plus. It's folks, all proud about the amount of money they raise, and they should be for Polio Plus. But again, it's just a number. Unless you tell me how many children now have no fear of polio. How many families can sleep at night because their infant is immunized. That's the impact. That's the difference we make. So I want to hear about the Make Way for Books project, for example. I want to hear how many books, but I want to know how many kids now own a book for the very first time. That's the difference that we're making. And when we do that, you all have great folks like Nina. We have a great communications team, which includes Nina at the district level, can then help clubs spread the word and get that message out. We have many small clubs that don't know anything about PR. They haven't written a press release. They don't have to get the word out. And what we now have at the district level are folks that can help them. So that's my challenge for you, is to take a look at that this year as how you can describe what you do in terms that make a difference. I'd even challenge you related to the car show. You're known for the car show. It's a lot of fun. I've been coming for years. I'll be there next month. Sometimes we see, frankly, I'm being honest with you now because we're members. I see the sign that it benefits JTED. That's great. But what does that mean? Show me the pictures of the students. Show me the difference that we're making, the businesses that they're connected with. That's the impact, because you're making a tremendous impact. Don't hide it. That's what this is about, and we've got folks to help do it. Now, we made a great impact. The picture on the right is Bryson. You'll hear about him later. He was with our group on a trip several years ago to Zimbabwe. We were at a school. We helped build out the school, provided supplies, and they were so grateful. They measured the impact by the fact that we were one of the very few groups they gave a live chicken to. That was our prize. Fortunately, Bryson's grandmother lived not too far away, so we were able to take it to her house, and I heard it tasted really good. I want the feeling whenever I walk into any Rotary Club in our district that this sign is hanging at the front of your door. Welcome to a house of friendship. That's how this should feel. Our goal this year is to help clubs enhance engagement. What you might know is, or maybe don't, our district has no problem attracting Rotary members. We hear about the numbers declining around the world, around the country. It's actually growing around the world. In the U.S., it's declined slightly, but it's kind of leveling off a bit, so there's hope there. Our district, the same way. Our district has no trouble attracting members. We increased membership by 18% last year. We lost members by 18.5%. We have no problem attracting them, but 50% of new members leave within 18 months. Why is that? You know why. They're not engaged. Our challenge is to find out the day they walk in the door, what gets you excited? Where do you want to make an impact? What kind of service projects do you want to get involved in? I had the chance to talk with the board early on and talk with Margaret and Diana and the board, and I'm hearing them now about all the new plan you have for multiple service projects, and I'm just smiling. That's what it's all about. We all don't want to work on the same service project, right? We have what jazzes us. So if there's one you want to work on this month and a few months later another one, great. Let's do what makes a difference and let's have an impact, because that's what it's all about in terms of enhancing engagement. And I'll tell you why else this is so critical. Some of you have heard a little bit about my background. I'll tell you just one thing. Do I have any other service brats in the room? Okay, one. By the time I was 17, I lived in 8 states, 17 homes, went to 13 schools. I know what it's like to feel like the new kid, right? When you walk into the door of a Rotary Club, you feel like the new kid. How do you make them feel comfortable? That's the key. You know, find out what they're interested in. Find out what gets them excited. The club I wound up joining, I'll tell you about in a moment too, because it focused on what I really cared about. I love travel. This club was involved in global projects. It gave me the opportunity to get involved in travel for a cause. Other folks don't like travel. They want to work in their community. Great. Let's focus on that. So the challenge, too, and this is an easy one for all of you, maybe not an easy one. All I'm asking clubs to do this year, my challenge, is to increase your membership by 1 net. That's it. From July. If all clubs do that, we're in great shape as a district. Now, that would be well over 50 new members. Your club has a greater impact on that number, obviously, than any other club in the district. We know that. We know it's a greater challenge, too, but a greater opportunity, because look at all you have to offer. And I had a great meeting again, as I said, with the leadership earlier on, and I'm really optimistic about this club. I have a good feeling about where you're going, what you're doing, because you are, as I said, adapting and evolving and looking at new ways to engage members, to focus on what you all want to focus on and accomplish. By the way, some good news before I get to this is since July 1, membership in the district is up 25 members. Doesn't sound like a lot. It's better than down. We're in the right direction, and that's because of you. This is what I was mentioning before. We have to increase our ability to adapt and change the way, what we're doing in some ways. That's why our district conference is now not weeks away, it's days away. It's a week from Friday, October 6th and 7th. We've changed the name to reflect our focus. It's now the annual conference of clubs, because we're all about supporting what clubs want. So as you heard me say on the video, a lot of breakout sessions focused on projects, fundraising, new ideas, how to work together differently. It's based on what members and clubs leaders have said they want. The speakers are terrific. I heard me talk about Aaron Gould, David Ambrose, who was at the Tucson Festival of Books. A lot of folks are interested in this next one. Scott Bornstein is a worldwide memory expert. Goes around working with CEOs and organizations how to improve their memory. He's worked with, I know Jim Click is still a member, he's worked with the Click organization for years. I forget where he's coming here from, but that's what he does. He's doing the morning breakfast session Saturday and then a breakout session. So, you know, if you forgot where you left your keys this morning, or you want to remember those people that you just hired, he'll help you do it. If you need to remember your wife's name when you get home, I can't help you. And God help you. The next is a Rotary Foundation. As district governor, I'm required by law to ask you for money. I just did. So we're done. Yeah, same thing. I can set a number. It doesn't matter. All I challenge you to is to give more than you did last year. If it's a Jackson, I hear those are popular here. That's fine. Whatever you can do. But the foundation is the engine that drives our service, our ability to engage in projects, to provide matching grants, to run Rotary Youth Exchange. And Jeannie's here. She's a key part of that. To run RILA, to do all these things that we want to do, and to support the projects you want to support. So, there used to be an old United Way saying, I know a lot of you remember that. They used to say, give till it hurts. I never liked that. What I say is, give till it helps. And that's all I ask. What I have up there on the right are some of our brand new initiatives in the district to support you. I mentioned communications already. We have a tech team that are helping, again, smaller clubs, but I'm not limiting it, that have issues. I mean, you've got some great staff here, so they should be on our tech team probably, and it's all open. But I'll mention just two community projects, because Margaret's been part of kicking that off, where we are consolidating or bringing together all of the ideas clubs have about projects. Projects where clubs are looking for partners, opportunities for new projects, and putting together a list that we can then provide to all the clubs in the district. that are looking for partners, looking for new projects. So much comes in, but it's scattered, and we're making that happen. The last one I'll mention, although those are all kind of new and exciting ones there, if you want to know about any of them, send me an email. Call me. I'll connect you with the folks there, or I'll answer your questions. You know, we're all in it together, and you all know me. We have a brand new district action group on mental health. This year, our Rotary International president, Gordon McNally, has made this a priority for him. If you've heard him speak at the convention or any of his videos, he talks about his personal experience with that in the family and why it's so critical. We have seen that, of course, because all of us are touched by addiction, by mental health around the world. I have too. I mentioned all those moves I made. My father was in the Coast Guard. He was also an alcoholic. Some of those moves were requested or suggested. And so I grew up with that. Now, that has a happy ending, and he did great and actually worked in the field for many years. But it affects all of us. And so here's our opportunity as a district. We've got a group that's come together, just jazzed about all the great ideas they have for increasing awareness among the district, in the clubs, and in the community. They have programs available, folks that will come and speak on it. They're going to help identify resources in different communities, so clubs will have those available, and help identify projects or highlight projects that different clubs are involved in. We have one club already looking at teenage mental health and another one looking at preventing teen suicide, for example. So those are the kind of things that are happening because that's what we've heard from members and from clubs. But it doesn't happen without your support. I know I already have great support here, but I want to emphasize that that's what we're doing to support the clubs. Because everything we do makes an impact. That's the logo from our new weekly newsletter. I hope you're all getting it. If you are, I hope you like it. If you're not, let me know. To highlight what's happening, what we're doing, and the opportunities. Because we do make an impact, and you never know how. And I want to kind of wrap up with a quick story about that. If you're at the installation, you heard this story. So after you hear it this time, the next time you get to give it. But I mentioned Zimbabwe, and about 7 years ago, my wife and I were driving with another couple. We were being driven in a van across this long, dusty highway through the middle of Zimbabwe. We were being driven by Bryson and Grace. You saw Bryson earlier. They're local. They were taking us to a Rotary project. As we're driving along, all of a sudden the national police show up and pull us over. They dragged Bryson out of the van and accused him of operating a tour business without a license. Well, Bryson looked at them and said, "No, this is my family." Well, of course, they look at Bryson and Grace's beautiful dark African faces, and they look at ours, and they say, "No way." But Bryson was telling the truth. See, a few years ago, he had been our tour guide on our first trip to Zimbabwe, and we were so impressed with him that we made him a deal. We said, "Join Rotary, help us develop community projects. We'll work with you. If that happens, and as that happens, we'll pay for your college education." All that did happen. And now he calls me his brother, and I him. Well, 5 minutes later, the National Police heard that story, smiled and waved, and sent us on our way. To me, that's one of the secrets of Rotary. Not just that we can engage in service to others, which is wonderful. Not just that we enjoy great friendship and fellowship, which is even better, but something even more. And what I realized that the gift of Rotary to me was that it added value to my life in a very different way. Because you never know what it's going to bring and how incredible that can be. You see, it does give us the opportunity, as you know with our slogan this year, to create hope in the world. It does give us the opportunity to change lives. And you know, as I do, when we take action, whether it's 5,000 miles away or 5 miles away, the life we change the most is whose? It's our own. That's the other secret of Rotary. You know, that's why it is so special for me, and I feel honored to be here with you, fellow members, fellow Rotarians, folks that have that same service gene in us, you know, that doesn't allow us to play golf all the time or do whatever else we might want to do. I don't play golf anymore anyway. But it makes all the difference. And there's one more secret that I want to leave you with that other folks don't know. We get to have fun doing it. So with that, I thank you. It's my honor to be here, and I appreciate working with you this year.
Inspiring. I can see why he's been poached to talk throughout the world. Absolutely fabulous. And I think that was a kangaroo with the Keep Calm T-shirt on, wasn't it? Kangaroo? I thought so. Yeah. He put it up there specially for me, of course. Now, many of you do not know this because you're guests, but we, Rotary, to enhance local literacy and support literacy projects, we always have the speaker sign a book which then goes into the library. And this one is called The Wonderful Things You Will Be, and I'll ask Don to sign it. While he's signing it, he mentioned engagement, right? Big word. How many of you, I hope it doesn't embarrass some, how many of you brought books for me this week after I asked you to last week? Put your hand up. What do they find? So we've got about a dozen people engaged. Thank you so very, very much. And as I said, lots of books have been given, but you know what? Engagement, it costs us nothing to go to local Goodwill and spend 99 cents on a book. Or you can ask Diana Cannon where she goes to, because she gets them 25 cents. But to continue what Don was saying, it's not the number of books. But if these books, each one book, goes into a library and can be borrowed by how many people? I don't know, throw out a number. 40, I heard 40, I'll take the bigger number. One book means that 40 different children have got access to books. 100 books means, well, you do the math yourself. But the impact that we have is absolutely fabulous. It's not the number of books you give me for the library. It's the number of children that can read these books and change their lives. And I'm a product of libraries. When I was a child, I was given the choice, swimming lessons, Girl Scouts, or libraries. You got it, libraries, that's it. So yeah, I'm a product of this. So thank you for bringing this notion of engagement and impact. It's fabulous. And we've got the book signed. And now we have something very special that we're going to do. And I would like to ask Mike Anderson, come to the dais, please. Yeah, you, there, Mike, I'd love you to come here. Did you bring me any books? Oh, he did? Well, in that case, that's why he's coming up.
I come to a meeting once in a while and bingo, I get.
Once in a while, it's important to recognize someone in Rotary for who they are and what they've given. And when I came in, I recognized someone. I said, well, let's make it a special recognition because we don't do that enough. Recognize our friends and each other for the special things we do and for how long. It's easy to take members for granted. So I'm delighted that you don't do that. And I'm delighted to have this opportunity as district governor to recognize Mike Anderson for his incredible service and dedication, not to Rotary, that's part of it, but to the community. And I'm...
Thank you. Thank you.
We're not done yet. You may know this. I learned a couple of things about Mike that makes it even more special to me. I know he was president back in 2000. He wasn't responsible for Y2K, in case you're wondering. As you know, he's a car guy. Not only has he been an incredible sponsor of the car show for many, I think 10 years now with your company.
12 maybe.
12? Okay. I'm not that old, so I don't. But I understand Mike was all race cars himself. And I understand you won the Great America Race
Yes.
car rally years ago.
The first one.
Yeah. And I understand won $100,000, which would be what, about $2 million in today's dollars?
Yes.
But there's one other thing. He has also been a great supporter of the Boy Scouts and the Catalina Council. And he doesn't know this, but as an Eagle Scout, you're never a former Eagle Scout, I thank you for that.
Yes.
I thank you for your great contributions to this club, to the community. This is what makes Rotary great. It's what makes Tucson great. And we're delighted to recognize you today. And with that, we have kind of a special medallion recognizing that for you. So, Mike, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Do you want to say something? You don't have to.
Do I get a piece of dessert for that?
No, I'm offering that for money. No, I'm selling it. Oh.
Thank you.
I was going to sell that, or at least auction it, but no, you've given us plenty. No, take. No.
Well, oh.
$100. You can have it right now, Mike. $100.
We have 2 desserts. I'm going to auction both of those desserts off. Who would like a dessert?
Wait, did you ask us?
I asked him, and you've already given yours away. So yeah, we've done that.
It's mine to give.
I gave it to you.
I thought it was my birthday.
It is your birthday. Here, you put it back.
He's a little hurt.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Curtis. Oh, sensitive bloke, honestly. I'm auctioning off one dessert and might come back and get that. Oh, you're going to pay some money for it? Oh, you're a wonder. Oh, you bring tears to my eyes. You can tell us later how much. We have another one.
Missing whipped cream.
Oh, the other one's missing the whipped cream. Somebody must have licked it off.
No. I used a spoon.
Maybe nobody will buy that one. No, forgive me. Right. All right, then. We've got at least one dessert sold and some money brought to us. Thank you very much. And now, oh yeah, come and get your dessert, Mike.
Hey, Curtis, that will go towards your recognition today for your birthday.
You sure nobody wants it? All right, well, you can have it then.
I can't afford the calories.
Can't afford the calories, he said. All right, fine. All right. Well, thank you very much. And Mike, we do honour you absolutely in every way. Thank you. You've done so much. And Don, you did a wonderful service recognising him there. Thank you so much. Right, and now we get on to the happy birthdays. So, first of all, Tom McKinney, September the 15th. He's been with us since 2022. And as always, we like to tell you something about the person that isn't more widely known. So, Tom, back in the early 2000s, he worked for the YMCA in Minneapolis. A contingent of staff was selected to go to Ghana for 14 days to teach methods of community outreach. Tom, thank you. He's with Interfaith Community Services.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to Chuck Sawyer for being my mentor and Larry Adamson for involving me in this club. One of the things my mom was telling me the other day as I was driving to work, she said, you know, the priest told us at church today to try to not complain for one day. At that moment, I was taking a left and there's somebody in front of me not going as fast as I would like. So I lost the bet that day from 7:30 in the morning. But I was thinking about this, of how blessed we are. I thought about that on my birthday. I think about that every day that I get to come to lunch here. And especially last night when we were giving away food at the food bank, and it was National Pancake Day. And Snooze provided pancakes for all the people in the food bank line. And there was a gentleman that was my age, 62, homeless, and they're living on the edge. And I spent a half an hour with him, and it's at those moments that I think, not only am I blessed, I'm blessed to get to do what I do, and I think for all of us, we're really blessed to have each other and to serve the community the way we do. So thank you so much. I have a gift for the Rotary Foundation.
Thank you.
and I appreciate it. And actually, last year, the district governor came at my birthday as well. So I'm starting to feel a lot of love from the district office. Just saying, thank you.
Thank you for the check, Tom. That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. And now we have Curtis. Yes, his birthday, September the 20th. He's been with us since May 2018, and he runs YMCA, and he attended the Evergreen State College. You'll have to explain that to me, Curtis, because I don't even know where that is. But when he was asked to give us some words about himself that you all don't know, 4 words. Curtis married way up.
Well, I'd like to thank my sponsor and thank the greatest mentor on earth, Bobby Larson. Please stand. Bobby, come on. Stand up, Bobby. Thank you. It's been a great year. I had my 24th wedding anniversary in April. Finished a $6 million renovation of our downtown YMCA. Well, mostly done. They're doing a few signs this week. I won my first fantasy football game of the year this past weekend, which is really exciting. And let's see. Oh, I became a grandpa on September 12th to my first grandson. So that's I'm not joking. That's a true story. So a little boy named Gabriel. So I got $20 here. Happy Jackson. I do not have a check for you because I'm not allowed to have the checkbook. But Dorina does have my credit card, so I will be making a donation. So thank you.
Not allowed to have a checkbook. Is that by a dictate of a family member?
I chose it. Yeah, willingly.
Good on you. Okay, thank you for those 2 birthdays and for the dollars donated to the club. Absolutely fabulous. And now we have an introduction of a new member, Steve Pickering, to the podium, please. He's been with us since 2013.
Thank you, President Margaret, District Governor Jorgensen, fellow Rotarians and guests. Today is my absolute pleasure to introduce Alex Behrens to you. Alec Behrens, one of our newest members. Alec is a 3rd-generation Tucsonan. He went to Catalina Foothills. He was on a team that won the state championship in golf. And then he went on to Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia, and he was on the golf team there. When Alec wasn't golfing, he was studying math and economics, and he got a minor in finance. Alec had no intention of playing professional golf after graduating, but Bridgestone's U.S. headquarters is located in Georgia, and evidently, according to Alec, they have a philosophy that they throw a bunch of spaghetti on the wall and they see what sticks. So obviously some stuck on him, and so when they offered to help sponsor Alec, he gladly accepted. So Alec played in several different tours, and he had a lot of fun traveling and playing in different events. 9 months later, when it was time to get a real job, Alec went on and worked for an investment banking company in San Francisco. With the incredible foresight that he has, he told his mom and dad that he was having so much fun in San Francisco that he was never coming back to Tucson except to visit. And of course, 1 month later, he got a job offer that brought him back to Tucson. So we're very glad that he's here. Alec earned the CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst, Wall Street's toughest designation. He also co-founded a wealth management company here with 2 other partners in Tucson. Alec is focused on bringing the investment-first expertise to the local market. Outside of work, Alec has spent time to be involved in the community. He currently serves on a few boards and is currently the board chair for the El Rio Community Health Centers. He has helped them build an endowment, hiring a new CEO, and has helped in navigating the ever-changing healthcare landscape. Alec was married 2 years ago. His wife, Bryn, is in the medical field. She's an orthopedic surgeon, and she's finishing her training at Banner. They don't have any kids yet, but this morning as we were walking over and talking, he just shared with me that they're expecting their first baby in February. So congratulations. I suggested that Stephanie would be a great name for a little girl, but that didn't quite fly. So when Alec is not working, he enjoys the simple pleasures of competition, whether it's on the golf course, pickleball, or just a friendly game of cards. He's really looking forward to getting to know more of us Rotarians. So please help me welcome Alec Behrens. Yep.
Thank you.
There you go. You're looking at me.
No, that's okay. Thank you. I was just going to say quickly, thank you, Steve, for the intro, making me sound a little more interesting than I am. I was also going to say, Don mentioned that, new members, it's really important to make them feel welcomed, and all of you have certainly done that for me. It's been really nice getting to know everyone. I look forward to getting to know the rest of you guys that I haven't gotten to meet yet. Curtis said he had the best mentor in the world. We didn't check yet, but I thought I had the best mentor in the world with Bruce Tunzi. But thank you very much for everyone's effort for making me feel welcome. So thanks, guys.
It's wonderful to have new members and to get to know them better. And on that score, every time you have a new member at your table, please, please, please get to know the person, get them to introduce themselves. You introduce yourselves to them so that they do feel welcomed. Thank you, Steve, for that, and thank you, Alec, for being with us. And it's now Shah Harris and a Paul Harris presentation.
Donations to the Rotary International Foundation are investments in the efforts to bring around world understanding and peace. As it has been said, as long as there is hunger, poverty, disease, and cultural ignorance anywhere in the world, there's a threat to peace everywhere. Today we honor fellow Rotarian Diana Cannon, who is receiving her Paul Harris Fellow +1. She is wearing her new recognition pin. Diana is a Michigan native, growing up in Flint, Michigan. A graduate of Western Michigan University, Diana moved to Tucson and began her career in banking in the Valley National Bank of Arizona, where she worked for 17 years before moving to First Interstate Bank. After experiencing 7 bank mergers, she entered the world of nonprofit working at the American Heart American Stroke Association, the American Red Cross, and the Humane Society of Southern Arizona. She recently became the Transformational Gift Officer, Assistant Director of Philanthropy at Pima College Foundation. Diane has a strong sense of volunteerism and has been involved in a variety of Tucson nonprofit organizations for over the past 40 years. She has served on numerous and various boards, and she helped launch the very first El Tour de Tucson alongside Richard DiBernardis in 1983 and served on that board for 5 years. Married to Kirk for 38 years, they have one daughter, Amy, who is the interim principal at McCormick Academy of Excellence. Diana and her husband have 4 rescue dogs, Dory, Dee Dee, Darby, and Ruby Dooby. For their contributions to Tucson youth soccer, Diana and Kirk were inducted into the Pima County Sports Hall of Fame. Diana believes in Rotary International programs because, quote, it teaches us humanity. By giving our all, we gain in the knowledge that we have helped others in the need in our world. I pray that as a Rotarian, I will see the end of polio. This experience has left me with a continuing compassion to support others, unquote. And in recognition of your support of Rotary International, we have gifts of little or no value. We're going to get rid of these wine glasses, I'm telling you. 2 wine glasses from our club centennial dinner because Diana was not able to attend, and a lovely Rotary-themed scarf. So will everyone please join me in congratulating Diana on her Paul Harris Fellow.
There you go. Thank you.
That was a beautiful silk Rotary scarf, by the way. It wasn't given enough, applause. It was a lovely scarf. I know. What can I say? So, Steve, thanks for that. Shah, thanks for that. Chris Kim, you're back up.
I am here again. Thank you for supporting. We have $70. The King of Club is here. You see it? I'm going to hide it now so you'll never win. But 1308 in the pot, the big pot if you get it. I can trust them. Okay. Go ahead and pick one for me.
Four-way test.
Four-way test? You didn't buy one? Okay.
In that case,
The number is 498. Okay, everybody's got it. So far, so good? All right. Now, this is where we throw half your stuff away. 3. All right, so, okay. 3. Okay, next number is 8. Okay, let's throw it away. All right. The last number, it might be somebody new today, is 8. 498388.
Oh, yeah.
And the what? And she borrowed money too. She borrowed money. All right. She wins $70. But if one of the birthday boys, I'm going to pick Tommy's closer. If he picks, sorry, you get $70. Come and see me, Tenna.
I've heard about that borrowed money trick before. In fact, somebody did borrow money from me once and won a $1,200 bike. What do you think of that? Okay, we now come to announcements. So, first of all, very briefly, I want to mention that we are really seeking people for the greeter line. Now, I want lots of you to sign up for it because I would love to have you standing out in the otherwise unwelcoming entrance. So, a whole line of you greeting members as they come in. I've been told nobody will do it because it's hot in summer. Nobody will do it because it's cold in winter. But let's get a good greeting line in effect. Thank you very much. That's that one comment I wanted to make. Children's books. I've already mentioned it several times, but I'll mention it again. And with all due apologies to John Wong, but libraries and literacy are all one in my mind. So forgive me, John, if I say libraries and you really want me to say literacy. And if I say literacy, I mean libraries too. So children's books, please get engaged and bring books every week. I'm collecting them and they'll all go towards a library at the end of the year. So please do that. My next appeal is one that Don has already made, and I've appealed several times in the last few meetings. Please register for the Conference of Clubs, which is coming up on October the 6th and the 7th. Now, if I'm correct, and Don will clarify or confirm, sign up for everything is by the end of today. That's for the full conference, food, and going to sessions, all sessions. You can still go and knock on the door on the day and say, let me in. And you can possibly sign up for individual sessions. But today is the last day for the whole shebang. Please go. We might possibly win a prize if we have the most members of our club. Go. Yeah, well, you never know. At the moment, we have got precisely, guess, how many signed up from our club? Okay, some of you know. 8 members out of how many? 202? Say no more. Now, in honor of Don's presence here, we have got on the back table, we have got many theme pins, which you might like to go and avail yourself of. So we've got lots of the pins, and you can go there and you can have an opportunity to select from look, see, somebody's already heading there. So there's going to be a rush. Look, Alan, you're nearly, yeah, all right, fine, pins. But we have got a whole lot of pins there that if you would like to avail yourself of, please go and have a look at them and choose. Next, we have Jonathan Walkup. I thought they were books for me. Oh, for God's sake, he's me eyeing that box thinking, oh, yes.
Cool. All right. So on Sunday night, it was about 7 o'clock, and I was looking around. I said, okay, I need to look at this Old Pueblo Community Services because there's a list of things that they need, and there's going to be a box drop-off next Wednesday. So I looked at the list. I said, okay, it's 7 o'clock. What can I do? So I said, let's go out and buy this stuff right now. And so the only place, and I live downtown, by the way, and the only place was like the Dollar Tree. I said, well, that's cool. I'll go there. So I went to the Dollar Tree, got a little buggy. I went around. I said, you know what? I'm going to double up. I'm going to get 2 of everything. I went around. 20 minutes later, checked out. I have 24 things in this box, everything but the underwear because they don't sell that there, for a whopping $33.75. And so what I'd like to encourage you to do is that the flyers are on each of your tables. It shows you where the box drop-off will be next Wednesday. And on the back of that is all the priority items. And those are the things I bought for $33.75, and I got 2 of everything. So I'd like to maybe end with, how many people have started putting their boxes together? How many people intend to put their boxes together? Awesome, thank you. I think as close as we can get to 100% participation, I think the better. But dollar goes a long way. Dollar Tree, I've never been. So there you go.
A whole new experience, the Dollar Tree. I similarly went round my house, and who hasn't got extra bars of soap there, or packets of, shaving needs, or such like, so please, shampoos. After Jonathan, we'll now go to Bruce Jacobs. Who?
I think people can hear me without the microphone. So on the is Mark Urban has organized this with Fletcher McCusker. It's going to be on Thursday, October the 12th. So that's the week that we don't have a meeting, so it's not a Wednesday at lunch. Thursday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, those that are interested, you'll meet at the new Leo Kent Hotel, which is at 1 South Church. There's parking underneath. You'll meet in the lobby of Leo Kent. There's about a 45-minute walking tour that Fletcher will go ahead and lead, kind of talking about what's going on downtown. And after the tour, for those that want to stay, to have a no-host cocktail there at the lobby lounge. So again, there's no need to sign up. There will be some emails that go out. And now switching gears, as I'll jump ahead of Jeannie and Lee, is the Friday night dinner, Lucky Wishbone Chicken. When you see Arnie, please tell him thank you, thank you, thank you. Is Lucky Wishbone has sponsored the Friday night dinner every year since we started doing them. So anyway, sign up online, and now Jeannie and Lee.
Sign up on Club Runner. Okay, thanks.
Try and get through this quickly. So you'll notice up here that this week, as of the 24th, we have sold 9,167 tickets. It went up dramatically because Run to the Pines sold 955 tickets in one day last Saturday, which was very exciting. And last Wednesday, a lot of you came in with money, and it's really made a difference. We've doubled the number of more than doubled the number of member tickets sold based on last week. So after we get done with today, I'm hoping we'll go from 37% of the people that have sold 40 tickets or more to maybe 50% of the members. And if you didn't bring money today, and somebody said to me, I'll just charge it. When you call me after it's done, I just charge it. And I thought, it'd be really great if you go charge it beforehand. Then if you want to give away your tickets to people, we know we can count on it. And it's easy to go to the website and charge it and just say you're paying for the tickets you already got. We are behind where we were last year at this time, and so we do need everybody to help. And I want to remind people that if you end up not having sold all your tickets, you are expected to turn them in and account for them. And the last time, we only have 2 meetings next week and on the 18th to bring in tickets and money here to this meeting, to our meetings. The last chance to turn it in is at the event in the command center. And there's just lots of ways to sell tickets, and with the time that we have left, I hope you'll all pitch in and do that. I also want to remind we have a shift at the Saba show on the week of October 15th, October 5th, 6th, and 7th. And we have one shift for Tucson Meet Yourself. I've got the charts in the back. If somebody wants an event to help them sell tickets, that would be helpful. And anyway, if you have questions, let me know. I did want to these are the people in red. We had 18 more people that added up to the group in the 40 to 99. You can see their names there. I'm not going to actually say them all out loud. Sorry, Waki, that I I initialed your last name, the rest. And then we had, I think it's 18 people that moved up to the 100+ tickets. And because of the Race to the Pines and other reasons, we've gotten 4 more people added to the 250 to 999, which is exciting. So thank you all for your help.
Thanks,
So I'm not Lee, but I am here to tell you on the tables, I placed information about registering for the car show volunteer jobs. It's super simple. I promise. It's really, really, really easy. There's a QR code that's on there. You can load that through your phone, or there's the website that you can look at, and it gives you that information. On the back of that, it talks about volunteers to the general public. There are positions out there like car slaughter and some of the other things that are open to the public that are not on the Rotary site, because the Rotary site, we really want Rotarians to be signing up to do the money jobs, right? That's where I need your help the most, because I need to have Rotarians taking money. If we don't have Rotarians taking money at the front entrance or at the parking lots, it creates a whole different problem. And we've got all the parking lots covered by the beneficiaries. So Old Pueblo Community Services is doing the north lot. Big Brothers Big Sisters is doing the west lot. Pima Community College and the foundation are doing the east lot, just for Mike Schulte. Okay? And so the jobs I really need your help with are those that are involving financial transactions. If you have questions or need help doing this, I'm happy to help with that, but I promise it's easy. How many of you have signed up already? Okay, excellent. So probably half the room hasn't. I'll keep sending emails. But the other thing is, I do have a job that says, if you can't come, there's a job that says unable to attend. Then I know, and I won't bug you anymore, because I'm sure you hate getting my bugging emails. So please sign up, sooner the better, and I really appreciate the help. Thank you.
Madam President, I need a minute for Dr.
I gathered
John
I
Wong.
saw John hovering with the microphone, and I was going to check.
Yes, Madam President, please. One more thing. We want everybody at the car show, everybody who does any community service in Tucson, to wear our community service shirts. Those of you who do not have them, they're in the southwest corner. Nancy Bevins is going to help with the ladies. I'll be over there with the men's after the meeting. Thank you.
I'm sure it's about time I bought a new T-shirt. I've been wearing the Rotary T-shirt for the last 17 car shows. I love it. Don mentioned adaptability, and Marcy just mentioned QR codes. We all know about QR codes, right? I did notice a few puzzled eyebrows, but you know, you can work it out, and we are adaptable, and we can grow. Doesn't matter our age, we know about and can use QR codes. Well, that's it. I want to say thank you. I want to thank Don Jorgensen, who I've known for many years, admire him wonderfully. Anne, Assistant District Governor, thank you very, very much. She's been great help to me already. Fabulous. She gets emails from me every week. What do I do? Anyway, thank you very much to you two. Thank you. And I'd like to thank all of our guests who are here and our virtual guests. Thank you all for joining us. And I hope you enjoyed the meeting. And I'll try and make the jokes better for future weeks. I like today's. Well orchestrated. If anyone would like to donate, the blue metal cups are on the table, and soon we're going to have a QR code attached to the blue cups as well to make life easier. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to Tom and Kurt. I couldn't see that for a moment there. I thought somebody might have bought it or eaten it, but it's there. Thank you very much. And congratulations to Diana Cannon, and welcome, Alec. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Next week, we're going to hear from Lee, the chair of the car show. Toast and adjourn. Jim Garrett. Jim, the toast. Your name's there. Okay, would anybody like to give it? Don, think quick.
Ask the non-drinker to give a toast.
Yeah, I know. It's me too.
To good friends, to great service, to an even wonderful future, good health to everyone. Thank you. Cheers. All right, happy birthday. Take care. We'll see you soon. I loved your presentation.
Thank you.
Time to go.
Okay, so you're a couple of years behind us. He was not a golfer, he was a swimmer.
Okay. When you're just graduating?
He graduated in